All right. How's everybody doing? Every time I put this track on, I can't help but want to keep listening to it. Happy Saturday. Who was first today? My ear bleeds wine. What's up? Ame is here. Thomas Steele. Jan Kalinowski. David Garin, welcome. Farning. Jack Willard. S. Jord. Effing yes. Hey, Soup Carrots. Kriok, yes. Electro Saturdays, that's right. DJ Learn, yes. Always want to learn, right? Okay. Is it just me or is my mic a little bit loud? What do you say? Looks a little bit loud to me. Thank you, My Ear Bleeds Wine. Let's bring it in. Heya. Low-key Saturday here in New York City at 343 Labs Music Production School. It's been a slower week this week, although I say that it's been a slower week for some of our students. It hasn't been a slower week for me and others who are working here at the school. Had all sorts of stuff going on. We have a week break in between each quarter for our one-year program, and so those guys were largely off this week, but then we had other stuff going on. We had DJ intensives, and there were like, the DJ courses are fun here, I have to say. We've made a habit of making the last class of the course into kind of a party, and everybody gets to do their final sets, invite their friends and family. We set up our event room to make it kind of like club-like with lights and stuff like that. And, try to give them the real experience, for all these students that are, maybe doing this for the first time in front of everybody. So, yeah, and we had a new event here on yesterday, like a DJ meetup, kind of like a discussion, hangout, talk about DJing, ask questions, not like a full class, but yeah, just kind of like a DJ social hour. And we had a lot of new people coming in, and that was really nice as well. Yeah, so, we do these events all the time. We occasionally have online events. We have our events in Berlin, if you're over there. We have our weekly Wednesday evening free, open to the public events here in New York City. We have our friends We Make Noise coming in to do their noise lab this time. I think, April 1st they're coming in. Yeah, that's next week. And then, where is this? There it is. Yeah, we got the We Make Noise people. They are great. Kind of partnership with them. We have our own open house production masterclass. Really, actually, more like a beginner workshop rather than a masterclass. But yeah, it's usually when we're people who are curious about what we do. They're coming in for the first time. They're not sure if they want to take a class or not. They want to know what we're all about. And this is kind of a little bit of a classroom experience for people who just want to check us out. And then, of course, I've been doing this. I've been leading the New York City Ableton user group. Where people come in and discuss and share and look at new features in Ableton Live. And, it's all live specific. Like last time, honestly, I didn't have a subject. I didn't have a subject for us to planned ahead of time. So I basically kind of did a little bit of my sound design and synthesis class that we do here at 343, but just with live devices. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I really enjoy this element of here. We're not just like a for-profit school. We're not just looking to have people pay money to sit in seats, and we want to foster community. So, and you guys are part of that. Listen to me, I'm getting all mushy with you. You guys are great. It's so nice to have you hang out every week when whatever I'm doing, fooling around, making electro or techno, or have guests on like Christian. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me give my spiel about 343 Labs. It's part of my job. Have to do it. They're like my sponsor, right? Cool. Full disclosure. I am getting paid to do this stream. I'm not just doing it because I love it. All right, no, I'm doing it because I love it. Really, seriously. What are y'all talking about in the chat today? What is happening here? I've said hello to all of you. Kriok noticed, yes, I'm going to play around with some electro stuff today. Jack Willard, thank you. I love, very rarely do we get little bits of donations here and there. Appreciate the $4.99. I'm going to go get a coffee. Love it. Did I ever know Hard Cell? Do I know why he quit? I actually did not know Hard Cell. I wonder if Christian knows. Hard Cell is Swedish. We'll have to look into that. But yeah, banging tracks from Hard Sell. I'm not aware of that story. Something to look into. Yeah, very interesting question, Michael Dennis asks. And hello, Ron King, what's up? Taking a bite, looks like. So today, hanging out, pretty low-key, fooling around with a couple of new Macs for Live devices that I'm trying. I just bought them. They're not free. I'm taking a chance. They look cool. Where are they? This guy, I saw this a while back. Where's my screen share? Here we go. I saw this a while back. This kick drum synthesizer, actually, it's also a bass synth called Rupture, which looks pretty cool. And the first time I saw it, I'm like, that looks like it doesn't do anything I couldn't already do with a million other tools. But, you know, I like to support new developers, and I like sometimes using purpose-driven synths. Like, they're limited in a way that makes them easy and good to use for certain specific types of sounds. And I don't know, I thought it looked cool. So I thought we'd try that out, support this guy. And then this same developer, Rotten Forge, also came out with this. I thought the nerd in me, the audio nerd in me, was really intrigued by the stereo quadrature panner, basically allowing you to stereoize pan sounds and making it fully monocompatible. There's a video which explains it. It's pretty technical, and I'm not going to try to explain how it works, but we're just going to play with it and see what it does, right? So that was part of the deal here. And then on Functovoid's Beat the Buzz on Wednesday, we did some more feedback, which was fun. Short and sweet, just an hour. One of the submissions was made with this. This is cool. This is a free plugin. It's Mutable Instruments Plates clone, but not modular, obviously, right? It's MIDI input, and you know, we can kind of modularize it using Max for Live LFO envelope, stuff like that. So we can, and I've never used one of these in real life, and you know, the hardware. I've a very limited experience with modular, but this thing sounds cool, and it does so many different crazy things, and you know, there's no way we're going to get through all of it today, but I just figured we'd give it a shot and see how it sounds. And so, off the cuff, experimenting, improvising. We'll see what happens today, and you know, hopefully you're cool to go along with on the ride with me, and see what happens. Nice. Where are we? Here we are. I did kind of start a little, very basic sketch. I don't think are you hearing that? I think maybe my audio's not coming through properly. You're just hearing it through my mic. See, look at this. I'm supposed to be pro at this by now. I'm not supposed to make mistakes like that. Why are you not hearing that? That's crazy. I'm going to have to check out. I'm going to let this play through the mic for a second and see why it is not working. Here we go. Yeah, there's something up with the output here. So instead of... You guys hearing that now? Is that better? Can you hear my mic over it? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, it looks good on the levels. I'm gonna trust you guys will tell me if you can't hear the music very well. Or if it's like doubling too much through the mic. That's always a risk. Live streaming with audio with speakers on with a mic and not having it be like out of phase or out of sync. Thank you, My Ear Bleeds Wine. Glad it sounds good. Nice. Kriok is suggesting we do some Max for Live random on the selector. Okay. So yeah, this is just like whatever the default is. Looks like a sine wave with some harmonics in it. Craziness. So you're saying that we can randomize the... What? This is the selector, and these are the different modes. Now, I could see that could be cool, but... Ooh. Let's try it. Where did it go? Did it just die? Weird. Let's reload this. That's unusual. There we go. All right, this is a free plugin. literally, I don't think I changed anything that would have turned the volume off randomly like that. Well, unless I missed it. But yeah, that was strange. Or I switched modes and then the audio went away. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. But hey, your mileage may vary, right? With a free thing. Solo developer being very generous with his efforts. I appreciate that. All right, so let's find Max for Live. What do we want? We want actually... I'm having... I don't like it when my computer gives me issues today. We want expression control. There we go. Let's see if we can get like a kind of random per note thing. We'll change this. We'll just take this one. Randomize. Is this really going to work? Which one of these is that? Yep, engine. Right, there's the engine. Excellent. That's good. So we're going to map. I'm going to reduce the amount of this. Map that to the engine. I mean, okay, that could be cool if you want to be really freaky. Let's see what we can do with this. So, all right, if you do this, how do you like adjust the settings for each? I mean, I guess it's kind of just hitting the lottery, right? Like, it's like slot machine. Like, it's just kind of randomly doing this, and we'll see if anything actually sounds cool when we'll change the parameters. Ooh. Stereo panning. That's nice. What's this flashing thing going on? What is that? It's doing that because it's switching between engines. I like this, but I think I would go... I mean, I would get a little annoyed by this if it was... since I wouldn't necessarily have very precise control. I mean, I guess you could go in and set up individual parameters per thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Kriok says it's good with the MDD snake sequencer. Agreed. I mean, I kind of like that already. Just, we can just leave it like that. It's occasionally out of tune. I think like it would be good to do this not random, like what you were saying about the snake, just doing like sequenced modulation as opposed to random modulation. We could try that. Let's do that. Maybe I can make something a little bit more under control. Get rid of this thing. Where is my snake? Where is my MDD snake? There it is. Why do I have two of them? All right, so this time we're going to go over here to custom. We're going to map the engine. And then, let's see what happens. Narrow this range a little bit. All right, now what I just did, though, is I messed up my my melody. Like, I actually have a cool melody going on. Let's do this. All right, I'm going to undo all that. Let's go back to how it was. Come on, undo. All right, forget it. Let's go back, and I'm going to duplicate this. Now we're going to have two Fletchwerk. One's going to be randomized, and the other one is not, because I like my melody. Let's just get this sounding good, and then we'll do something crazy with the modulation from the snake, MDD snake, all right? Let's make sure we're on the right one. Keep it simple. Simple and pure. Yeah. How does this sound? Let's stay in kind of like musical world here for a second before I get into the craziness of random Fletchwerk. We'll just keep this simple with some spacey delay effects. Actually, let's do something ridiculous. Let's do fragments. I can't resist some granular craziness. That's already beautiful. Ooh. I mean, that just sounds like a delay, but there's something else crazy going on in there. Nice. Okay, I'm good with that. Not thinking too hard about it today. So let's see what weirdness we can do on top of this with the other Fletchwerk with some random craziness. Or some sequenced, step sequenced craziness. I have 3 copies. All right. Full disclosure, I just recently realized that I accidentally had multiple user libraries. It's somehow I had made a separate user library for 12.2 when they did updates. And then somewhere along the line, I live created a new user library. And now I had 2 user libraries with different devices in each one. And so I tried to sync them. And now I've got duplicates, which was stupid. Anyway, I'm going to have to go clean all this up later. Let's throw this in here and see what we can do. All right. Let's see if we can get something kind of... What key am I in? I think I'm... B flat, A sharp. So we're going to try to get... Wait, do I... A flat. A sharp. There we go. And, I don't know. Something... pentatonic. Oh! Hey! Those of you who use MDD Snake, have you ever had it do this? This has happened to me before. This happened to me in class recently, where it just stopped working. Like, why does that happen? Let's try this again. This is irritating. I'm irritated. Yeah, look at this. There's a bug. There's a bug. We can't do this. I'm sorry. All right, let's just go back to the old tried and true mono sequencer. Like, this is totally already going off the rails. All right. Where we go? There it is. This one always works. Let's go. A sharp, B flat. Minor. This is so exciting. This is not what I wanted to do. Let's make that a little bit more dynamic. There just aren't as many good scale choices in mono sequencer, are there? All right. We'll just go with this for now. And then we'll play around with this a little bit. What are you guys talking about? Eatsek's asking if we were using expression control because of the red means recording video. No, I've been using that for a while already. What did he do? Maybe I can do something percussive with this. Just crazy. I like that. I like this better as a percussive pattern than as a melodic pattern. Doesn't have to be musical. Got all these like modal and kind of physical modeling modes in here too, which are cool. I'm going back on my percussion thing. I like this. Ooh. Those of you who actually know how to use plates, you're probably like, what is he doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. Oof. All right, so when the envelope's off, what is it doing? Is it just doing like physical modeling? There's some kind of exciter, and you need like a burst of noise, you need a pulse, or you need some continuous noise going through the filter or the model. That must be what that is. Now it sounds like a guitar. Does this even work with the other thing? Are we like we have two 16th note patterns? No. Maybe. I'm gonna go back to the noise idea. It was better before. Wasn't it? What was I doing? It was more FM, that's what it was. All right. I don't mind that. So simple. What happens if I turn the envelope off for this one? That could be good to automate every now and then, just to have a little freak out. All right. What kind of effect would be good on this? I mean, it's okay dry like that. I wasn't originally anticipating this, but like, look, I'm going to put this rotation pan around and see what happens. Those of you not wearing headphones are going to be like, what is he doing? You're not going to hear much. But in your headphones, this should do something. And it'll be subtle. Get a little modulation going on. This is going to make more sense on like a thick, bright sound like a sawtooth wave. That's sort of what I was thinking of doing in the first place. And, you know, the main kind of cool thing about this is that whatever crazy wide modulation you do to it perfectly sums to mono. There's no cancellation or little cancellation. Let's put a little reverb on this before the panner so we can hear what it's doing better. We are not banging out the beats today, you might have noticed. We're exploratory, experimental mode. Let's find an interesting convolution to play with. Interesting. Just the default. I love the stereo spring in here. Nice. That's nice with that little delay in it. All right. What next? I was playing around with some kind of sawtoothy, buzzy sort of bass before, but I think now I want to do something darker. And also I'm going to put the rotation on this as well, because I think we'll be able to hear what the panning is doing more clearly on something full like a sawtooth wave. Ooh. Like in the speakers in here, that sounds like it's going out of phase. It's crazy, but again, in mono, it does do phase cancellation. Oh, how do I make it not do that? Feedback? All right. Come on, truth in advertising. I was told that it was going to be able to pan without phase cancellation. What am I doing wrong? I still like it. I don't care. Whatever. We're going to go with it. Okay. Simple. All right, whatever that was. You guys are so tolerant. I really appreciate your patience. Let's play with that sound a little bit. So I'm honestly just a little bit disappointed because, you know, when I watched the video about this panner, and the whole point of it was that you could do really crazy stereo panning, but that it would sum to mono. And I've just put it in mono and it phase canceled. So like, what's up? Did I do something wrong? I didn't read the manual, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's quantize that not to 8th notes, but to 16th notes. All right, and that's supposed to be longer. Real simple synthesis today. Nothing crazy. What are you guys talking about? I've been forgetting to read the chat. Spatial panning is fun, says Doug Smith. I agree. How's it going? Nice to see you. Steinkoff saying try Sting. Sting 2, I have it somewhere. Kriok saying it's sounding very ARPANET. I take that as a compliment. Thank you. This is kind of like a classic Kraftwerky, you know, old school space music kind of a groove here, isn't it? I think it could stand to be a little bit more distinctive. I'm going to have to work more on making this sound fresh and not just another rehash of this style. But, you know, not everything has to be new, right? I'm going to go back into this rotation thing and see what we're doing. And I'm sure there's some crazy thing we can do that I'm not doing yet. Nice spinny like that. Oh, interesting. We've got like a modulation of the rate of the LFO, I think. Oh, and I think is that making the something follow the MIDI input? Whatever it is, that looks cool. What are these guys? Oh, what? I see. So you can bring in MIDI from other tracks. All right, we're going to have to experiment with that on a different sound, I think. Well, but I don't know. What happens if we do this? What if we just take the actual... Yeah. Ooh. What just happened? Now, does this sum to mono? Ah. There you go. You hear that? That's what I'm looking for. It's doing that crazy stereo thing, but in mono it sounds almost the same and it's not getting quieter. That's what it's supposed to do. Got it. I like that. And I like it on this really simple sound too. It's just filtered sawtooth. Okay, I like that. That needs to be done. LFO to the fold. I love folding waves, don't you? All right, so let's do... I don't know if that's enough. Look at our mod sources. Let's open this thing up so we can see what the heck we're doing. What am I missing? I swear. There we go. Slow that down. Let's sync that. Go up and down. Maybe every bar. Yeah. I like that movement. Little shorter on the release. How are we doing? Okay. This Fletchwork isn't doing anything I couldn't have done with any other synth, pretty much. Most of what I like about it is it's clear and clean, and I like the melody or the arpeggio and the granular effects on it. Let's play with this a little bit. All right, that's too silly. Let's try another mode or whatever they call it. Ooh, I like that because it's like melodic, but then it gets weird. That stimulated me right away. That was cool. Oh wow, you can break it real easy just by changing the number of harmonics there. Is it doing the thing again? Oh, there it goes. What is going on? Some of the settings on the harmonics controller going away. That was weird. Not sure why it would do that. Again, I'm no expert in plates, but I like it. sounds more futuristic now. Achievement. How are we doing? What time is it? I'm totally zoning out. 2:10. Let's talk for a second while I kind of clear my brain of whatever was just happening. The sounds are falling into place today. Wow, Kriok definitely is like winning the most the most chat activity today. Very nice. Doug Smith, I must try rotation. Yes. Kriok says it's dying for a noise here. Yeah, I want to get to the percussion. I want to add some percussion to this. I was actually just going to throw a 606 on there. You know, kind of going back to the old school ARPANET Doppler effect vibes. But yeah, I could also put some noise. I could try to make a snare with Fletcher. I'm sure it could do it. As long as I figure out how to use it within the next 20, 30 minutes. Let's see. My Earbleeds Wine is suggesting on the stereo bus, Manly, Numu, or Loop Trotter Monster 2. What are those things? I mean, I know what Manly is, but I don't remember what a Numu is. Very Moo versus... Oh, okay. What's a Loop Trotter Monster 2? I don't even know. Loop Trotter Monster 2. Oh, it's a compressor. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's a almost $4,000 compressor. Is that going to make my track better? Could I just use any decent compressor on the bus? What's a plugin that would do something like this? Anybody? I mean, I don't have that much in terms of fancy compressors, emulations. I have like, there's a couple of decent Arturia compressors, dynamics. I don't even remember half of what these are. Let's look at the Arturia ones. They have some decent ones. You're laughing at me. You're laughing like you're right. Like what's a $4,000 compressor is going to make my track better? My sketch. What am I looking for? All right, I'm gonna throw this on, right? This Bus Force thing, which is just like, it's a crazy. I already have the glue on here, but let's see. Let's go through some presets on this thing. Actually, that sounds good. Whatever that just did. Crushed highs, clean lows. I don't care. I like it. Let's see. What else? You can't see that. Let's make that bigger. Low end density. Oh, this is it. EDM master bus punch. That's what we need. It is punchier. I can hear it. Too much. Whoa. Sometimes I like mixing through aggressive EQ curves and compression and saturation and stuff like that just for the vibe. It can be a thing, right? People like lo-fi. They like making it sound distorted and muffled and far away. It's kind of cool to be dirty like that. It sounds more industrial. I probably won't keep it forever, but I'm going to keep it on there for now and throw the 606 on, like I said I was thinking about. Let's find an empty pattern. That's not an empty pattern. There we go. Real simple snare. Too quiet. It sounds all like muffled now because of that preset. Let's not do that. I'm gonna go back to the one that was like way too hype. this one. There we go. Really hyped up curve on that. The spring reverb makes it sound old school to me. It also sounds kind of thin. Yeah, it's kind of pinched in the highs. It's overdone. We got to use the accents on this, right? Too much. Tune in the hi-hat a little bit. A little shorter. Should probably separate these out on different tracks. Get rid of this for a second. It's pretty crazy. What does this sound like without the bus force on it? Yeah, it's like, see, too much. Lost all the low mids there. I liked it for a second, but it was too much. I've been ignoring this whole time the rupture, this thing, one of the other things that I was playing around with. I mean, right away, just out of the box, it sounded good, and I tweaked it just a little bit, but let's hear some more of what it can do. Like, that's just a good, clean, nice, snappy, pure sine wave kick drum, which is great. We have the noise here. There's our amp envelope. I love that it has a built-in oscilloscope. Ooh, lubby. Yeah, I mean, it's just tight. That's one thing. Like I use Live's DS kick all the time, and you know it's phasey. It changes every time you hit it. It's a different transient, and then it has like a phase retrigger on it, but it always makes it sound too clicky. Or no, not too clicky. There's a certain kind of peakiness to it that you have to like round out. Whereas this one is just clean, precise every time. So that's, I think, this is why I like it. And we can add some more tone to it. There's a triangle in there, which is, it's not doing that much. There we go. The square is doing something, making fatter. That's good. It kind of sounds like it's saturated at that point. Let's go shorter on the... Or we do that here. I'm confused a little bit about the timing of this. Oh. What if I want it shorter? What am I doing wrong here? That's nice to curve the envelope, to scale the envelope like that. I like that. All right, a little less of that square. Yeah. We have some excitement. I guess that's going to saturate the high frequencies. We have a filter, which is not doing anything. I'm not sure what it's doing. Interesting. And we can do FM. What does that sound like? Aha, more aggressive. Some of these controls are kind of weird. I'm like, how do I click on it? There we go. Ooh. I think it's doing, all right, there's a noise layer. I think this is doing FM from the noise, which is great. I like this. You're getting like kind of transient sculpting in a way with this. All right. Yeah, I like this. I think, you know, it is, you can probably push the boundaries of this and make some crazy bass sounds too. I think if you just need a good, clean, zappy kick for electro or techno, this is really good. I think, you know, kind of worth it, maybe. I mean, maybe not. I could make an identical sound probably in like Pigments or any other modern synth, but that said, I think I like the kick the way it was earlier. I've messed it up. Eatsec saying you didn't like the sound demos for Rupture. You know, you can't always go off of product demos to know whether a device is going to work for you. Sometimes you can, but a lot of times until you use it and hear it, and you don't know what else it can do that the person demonstrating it might not have done, right? So. Could definitely get trickier with the percussion. I kind of like the old school vibe that the 606 gives it, but also since it already kind of sounds old school, maybe I want to use some more kind of glitchy, sharp, modern sounds for the percussion. You know, we'll see. More stuff like that. Although maybe without, I'm not sure about that. Maybe different reverb. Something shorter. Let's go to some of these made for drums. That's better. See how much we can mess this up with the Fletchwork controls here. I don't know what's going on. All right, cross your fingers. Ow! Sorry. This sounds like it's supposed to be like a drum or something. Like it's got noise and a little pitch mod and a sine wave. Yeah, it's right there. It says snare drum or something. So that playing on different pitches maybe isn't going to give me what I want here. Unless I don't do pitches at all. If it's just a single note. Yeah. Yeah. Doing kind of snare-ish, some modulation in. It's doing the octaves in there too. I mean, this is definitely going to be great for making techno. "16 notes everywhere." What else can this do? I wonder if, this is an FM engine. Maybe it's doing some algorithm routing. Anybody used plates and knows what this is doing? That's my favorite one. All right, I need another bass note. A little more progression in there. I had to do a little bit more music and not just freaking out with the synths. This doesn't have any effects on it other than the rotation thing, which I like. What does this sound like with slower? Craziness. Let's put some kind of egregious effect on this. Just unnecessary. In the 90s, I was running a 606 through like, God knows why, like a rack mount guitar multi-effects processor. I actually had it as send return on the whole mix sometimes, but I would add these layers of like distortion and filtering and delay to the tracks just to give it texture. Something like that could be cool. Just distortion plus whatever. Let's see. Something excruciatingly unnecessary. With maybe... Yeah, one of these guys, maybe. This is going to be dirty. This one's a sample rate reduction, right? Yeah. I mean, it's good, but that's not what I was going for. I think dirt would be more like what I'm going for. Because it has filters and analog distortion. Yeah. Like that. There we go. Back when I didn't have compressors and the only way I could do compression is to squash the heck out of the thing with distortion. All right. That's something. What else can we do? Some kind of modulation effect. I haven't used these Native Instruments plugins in ages. That's a flanger. Maybe. Sounds too. It's gone. Not sure. Could be okay. Maybe we just mix in more of the dry, so it doesn't completely disappear. Need a sharper snare to layer on top of that kind of squashed 606 now, perhaps. Let's bring down the filter on the... I'm already hearing like a melody and pads and stuff going on here, something kind of going on a journey. A little bit new wave-ish, a little bit synth wave. That's okay with me. Could also go further. I don't have to do the same arpeggio the whole time. Could make some variations. What happens if we just reverse it? So simple. Love it. I love it when little simple things are satisfying. It's really fun. Great. It's 2:30. It's time for me to sign off. Thanks for hanging out with me while I noodled today, messing around with some plugins I have not used before and a couple of plugins I haven't used in forever. And hey, who's in here at the end of the show that I haven't said hello to? Blamhouse, what's up? And Footstrack, very nice. Thank you. Yeah, it's down-tempo, electro, spaciness today. Just kind of keeping it chill and playing around with these plugins. And I got to get to know them better, I think. I like the Fletchwerk. I think I just need some practice with it. The Rupture is not exciting, but good, clean synth kicks that is relatively easy to use. Sounds a little tighter and sharper than the DS kick that comes with Live that I usually use when I want a quick drum kick, synth kick, and I don't have to go through too many steps to make it myself. And then the panner. The panner is rotation. At first, I was skeptical because it was doing what I thought it wasn't supposed to do, which was do stereo panning without phase cancellation when you sum it to mono, especially with low frequencies. But so like having wide stereo bass that translates on mono systems easily is a good, cool idea because everybody's listening to their music in headphones. And I've noticed lately people that make like bass music and do tutorials like what is it, AU5, that guy, he's pretty high level synthesis sound designer guy, and he was showing all these crazy amazing tricks to make super wide stereo basses that sum to mono perfectly, but they're actually so many steps to make, right? You can just go buy his racks on his Patreon if you don't want to go through the trouble of building them. But yeah, I often like the simple solution, and something like this Max for Live rotation thing. Yeah, pretty cool. It took me a minute to get it to do what I thought it was going to do, but it ended up doing it. And it creates some interesting phasey movement to the bass, but mono-compatible. I like that. Good. You're asking for a short comparison. Andy G's asking for a short comparison between DS Kick and Rupture. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good question. I mentioned it, and I actually thought of doing that, but then I was kind of just wanting to get through some music without spending too much time. But yeah, before we sign off, I'll answer your I'll respond to your question, and let's see what the difference is here. Right. So first of all, this one's a lot more complex than DS Kick. This has got layers and different waveforms, and it has a randomize, and you can layer a sample with an oscillator, and you can use the sample to do FM, and you can do different waveforms to do FM. So this is way more varied than a DS Kick. Here, let's group this into AO rack and put in the DS Kick. There it is. Hello. And we'll hear the difference. All right, so that's the default DS Kick. And it sounds decent, but you hear it's more analog. And you can hear that the transient's changing because the waveform phase is different every time you play a kick drum. Sometimes it snaps, sometimes it doesn't. And you can phase retrigger it, and it gives it that little pop, but it still does some weird stuff. Let me make this shorter. So I usually end up increasing the attack a little bit to roll off the snap a little bit. But even then, it still snaps when they overlap, right? So it's acting like an analog oscillator, which this is totally normal for this to do. And it still sounds cool. And it's not like you can't use this to make really great kicks. I've done it. And I'll add saturation, compression, and EQ, and I'll get something good out of it. I actually used it recently with Christian Smith on a techno track that we're doing, or actually multiple techno tracks that we're doing with the same kick drum, right? Whereas this one is like a whole other upper level of detail and precision. And I'd say, if you don't want to spend a bunch of money on kick 3, and you don't want to take the time to like set up Pigments or Serum or one of those synths to do this is a good solution, right? Way more control, more precise. It can be played like a bass synth too, because you can give it a MIDI input and it'll track your notes. It's got let's see what I didn't try the randomization yet. Let's see what happens. Whoa. Okay. You could just do that. You could just keep hitting random until you like it. Ah, aggressive. Okay, so that's the difference. I could make similar sounds with the DS kick, but I'd have to add a lot of effects. I'd have to like layer a sample on top of it. It would be more of a process. But yeah, maybe you want to keep it simple and this is all you need. All right, that's going to be it. Let's wrap it up for today. Thanks everybody for hanging out, for your good comments and questions, and enjoy your weekend. I'll see you next time. Adios.